Let's go now to an Australian citizen directly impacted by this travel pause, this travel ban on Australians coming back from India. Bibhas Dutt is an Australian citizen who's now doing his quarantine at Howard Springs in the Northern Territory. Good to speak to you, Bibhas. You managed to get back into the country. Tell us how difficult that was, but also you have a wife and child back in India. Now they can't join you.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's a very hard situation, and see, to come back to Australia is like it's like a big task at the moment, and it was since the pandemic started. It was a very big task because the cost involved to come back is very high. Then the flights you won't get straight away. Then if you book the flight, it might get cancelled at the last minute. Then so it's better because it's very hard, and that's why I had to come by myself, because I could not bring the family, because it's almost like to bring a family is like a $10,000 cost with the flights, the quarantine, and all the flights from Darwin to Sydney.
Now, you're an Australian citizen. You work in Sydney. Why have you been in India for the past year? Have you been trying to come back all year?
Yes. See, I went for a normal holiday. Like, it was a normal holiday due to some family reasons. Like, there was a wedding in the family. Then there was this Diwali, New Year, everything. So we planned. But then in January, we got this news. The news started coming for coronavirus. Like, Italy was getting shut, France was getting shut. So there was a bad vibe going on that something is going wrong. And then in March, everything got stuck. And like we all were stuck there. And it was hard to get those flights. And so and the family was so concerned that we thought better to be, be in one place so that at least
now, your wife is still with family in Delhi. Your 8-year-old son is there as well. How is this impacting on schooling? How keen are you to get them back into Australia as soon as possible?
That is the bad situation, because the schooling, like, he was supposed to go in the grade 3. So now because of this, he's stuck there. So I'm trying to get him like a normal to an Indian school, so that at least he can do some education up there. But the education is all online at the moment. So it's very hard for the education system as well for the kids. Like, they are just not getting what they want, what they should get, actually.
What's your message to the Australian government? You, your wife, your son, you're all Australian citizens. You believe you have a right to come back into this country. Of course, you're having to go through quarantine to eliminate the COVID risk. You have to pay good money to do that. I mean, what more does the government expect you to do?
See, thanks to the Australian government that they are doing their best, like the consular service, everything is best. They have WhatsApp group, they have Facebook, everything they're working. What my suggestion to the government is, like, if they can get only direct flights from India, and say from north, south, east, west, whatever they want to plan, say 4 flights in a month or whatever, and then they can get back to some remote areas like this, Howard Springs. Yeah. It is the best. I would say the services are good. At least you can see some sunshine, some fresh air, and you can speak to your neighbors with a mask on. So it's not that very hard to cut down, to pass only 14 days of your quarantine. And it's just like a me time for you. The government should emphasize only on this thing, that at least get those people airlift from that country and get straight away to this country. In between, there should not be any transit or any exposure of any kind of. And this is my suggestion. But then the thing is that the flight, the quarantine, it's an expensive thing, because like now with me, I don't have money. I had to. My friends helped me from Australia to get this flight, because see, for me only, it is like almost $5,000.
Yeah, it's a very expensive process. Bibhas, good luck.
Yes.
I'm glad you're back here, but I hope your wife and son can get back here as soon as possible.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Bibhas Dutt there. He's in Howard Springs. You heard his suggestion. Let's get repatriation flights at least and get people straight out to quarantine. They're Australians. They have every right to get back to this country, in my view.